Let's talk a little bit about different styles and kinds of bonsai. Bonsai come in just about any kind of tree you can imagine. One of the mistakes people make is they think that bonsai is a species of tree. It is not. It's an art form, and that art form is keeping trees of all species in a miniature form. This particular Japanese red pine, as you can see in my hand, is quite old. It's probably 30 or 40 years old, as is this larger Japanese black pine, which is about the same age. They're just grown under different conditions and cared for a little differently. Believe it or not, this is actually a juniper. It's kind of an unusual variety called a needle juniper, and most needle junipers are very sharp needles, like their name would imply. However, this particular one is very soft, and it's just a very fun type of bonsai to grow, and they're very adaptable. They grow very well outdoors, not indoors. So this is a little Chinese elm. And this one is actually a dwarf species, so that it naturally has smaller leaves, and it has a white fringe on the new leaves in the spring. It's very pretty. This is Gingo Bulba. It's a very old or ancient species of tree, and it's just unusual, and we enjoy very much this particular tree. Is probably about 25 years old. These are Korean hornbeam, and different sizes. They came from Korea, and we're now in late summer, and so some of the leaves are starting to show some of the wear and tear of summer's heat. But by and large, they do quite well here, and a very good tree, very sturdy tree. Outdoors, definitely. They will take about all the cold weather you can give them. This particular tree is one of the most unusual trees in my collection, simply because I know about how old it is, and it's over 100 years old. It's a Japanese boxwood, and it came from a nursery in California where it was used as a stock plant for creating cuttings for many years. This particular bonsai is a juniper growing on a rock, and this is the juniper that most people are familiar with when they're thinking about bonsai. And it's a green mound juniper. I've had it as a bonsai for about 30 years, and it was one of the last trees I did with my first bonsai teacher. Okay, I'd like to show you two bonsai, two different maples. This is a Japanese maple, Acer palmatum, and it's really looking really fine this year. Some years the leaves burn in late summer. This is the trident maple, and which is probably the most common maple that we grow in the South, because it endures the heat better. But both of them are just really nice examples of bonsai.